Tonight in OC News, Cal State Fullerton's community grieves over 2 students recently found dead.
Authorities investigate further into the Sonoma fires and consider arson as a possibility.
And Colin Kaepernick files a collusion grievance against the NFL. OC News starts right now.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us at OC News. I'm Chanel Riggin.
And I'm Lucas Dermagardician. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. The remains of 2 Cal State Fullerton students who were missing since July 27th out in Joshua Tree were found Sunday night. Stephanie Stevenson has the story.
The bodies of CSUF students Rachel Nguyen and Joseph Oberson were found embracing each other around 11:30 Sunday night. The father of one of the hikers, Gilbert Oberso, was on the search team and was able to identify his son's remains. Oberso hiked tirelessly for months searching for the couple after they were reported missing because they did not remove their belongings from an Airbnb rental. Among their belongings, authorities allegedly found 4 types of hallucinogen drugs, according to CBS. Authorities, friends of the couple made a breakthrough when they began scaling a 30-foot cliff to cover new ground. The search team came across clothes, water bottles, and food wrappings. This is what led the search team to the bodies. The bodies were discovered about 2 miles from Mays Loop, which is only a few miles from where the hiker's car was found shortly after the couple was reported missing. Due to the darkness on Sunday night, the efforts resumed this morning, and the remains were sent by helicopter to the San Bernardino County's coroner's office to be positively identified and to determine the cause of death. Oberso said he feels a sense of relief and closure now that they have been found. Reporting for OC News, I'm Stephanie Stevenson. Back to you at the desk.
Firefighters are slowly gaining the upper hand on several deadly wildfires in Northern California. The Tubbs and Atlas fires as of Sunday evening were 60 and 65% contained. The death toll stands at 40, with hundreds of people unaccounted for and thousands of structures destroyed. But with weather conditions improving dramatically, some counties are preparing to allow evacuees to return to their homes, if those homes are still standing. While the causes of the huge Northern California wildfires remain unknown, Sonoma police arrested a man Sunday afternoon on suspicion of arson. The man was seen walking out of the creek area at Maxwell Farms Regional Park wearing a trench coat as a trail of smoke rose behind him, Sheriff Sergeant Spencer Crum said. Reports of many other arson cases are being investigated, but none have been confirmed.
The Students for Quality Education were on Cal State Fullerton's campus today and talked with us about their block party happening on Halloween. With more about this, we go live to Janae Jensen.
All right, I'm here at Cal State Fullerton Central Quad in front of the Humanities Building, where Students for Quality Education will be hosting its community block party on October 31st from 2 to 8 p.m. Earlier, I interviewed Liz and Rebecca, members of the organization, to find out more about this event.
This is about community and providing a safe space and empowerment for a larger movement.
So what made you guys decide to host this event the same day Milo Yiannopoulos has his event on campus?
So we decided to host it the same day because we wanted to provide a space, an alternative space for communities that are vulnerable or feel targeted that day. And because the campus is already providing security for his event, we want to utilize that so we can create the safest possible space for our own communities.
So the event is from 2 to 8 p.m. The first half from about 2 to 5, we're going to have workshops, and this is being compiled with different organizations on campus and off campus. We also have faculty participating as well. Together, like education and diversity, social justice issues. So all of that will be discussed in interactive teachings and workshops. And then about 4 to about 8 p.m., we'll be having stuff on the outside. So we're actually going to be providing food starting earlier, I think around 11 or so. We're going to try our best to start as early as possible and staying until 8 p.m. And then we'll have Cholita Vinyl Club spinning, and then we'll have a celebration rally with really awesome speakers, and then a hip-hop group, Weapons of Mass Creation, will be coming by and playing out the celebration of education and diversity.
All right, that's all I have for you today. I'm Janae Jensen with OC News. Back to you guys at the studio.
Thank you, Janae. And now moving on to world news, Roxana Ramos has the latest.
Jordi Sanchez, who heads the Catalan National Assembly, and Jordi Cuixart, leader of Omnium, Cultural are being held without bail while they are under investigation for sedition. The men are leaders of the pro-independence groups that organized an independence vote, which Spanish courts suspended and was branded an illegal vote. Earlier today, a Spanish judge agreed with prosecutors on Monday that Jordi Sanchez and Jordi Guixart should be jailed. After the decision, Catalan President Carles Puigdemont tweeted, "They try to imprison ideas, but they make stronger the need for freedom." So why does Catalonia want to separate from Spain? Catalonia is a region in northeast Spain. It has its own language, parliament, flag, anthem, and culture. It is also one of Spain's wealthiest and most productive regions. The most notable city in Catalonia is Barcelona. The Spanish government tried to stop voting and hundreds of people were hurt in scuffles with police at polling stations. While Catalan authorities say just under 90% of voters backed independence, turnout was only 43%. Police officers prevented people from voting and seized ballot papers and boxes at polling stations. In Barcelona, police used batons and fired rubber bullets during pro-referendum protests. Due to the judge's decision today, Catalans are planning a protest in Barcelona at noon tomorrow, and Spanish officials are expected to show up. Back in the States, Calista Gingrich, a businesswoman and a Catholic, was easily confirmed as Trump's choice for U.S. ambassador to the Vatican. The vote was 70 to 23. Calista Gingrich is the wife of former House Speaker Newt Gingrich. Gingrich's husband was a close ally of Trump's during the presidential campaign and was even considered for a cabinet position. This is Roxana Ramos with your update on politics and world events. Thank you. Have a good night.
After the break, the star who got down on one knee and popped the question over the weekend.
And you'll meet the girl raising a guide dog for the blind. Stay tuned.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck.
So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
In entertainment news, Hollywood's once top producer Harvey Weinstein's sexual assault and harassment accusations continue to grow as more actresses and actors come forward. The Producers Guild of America held an emergency meeting today due to the escalating controversy surrounding Harvey Weinstein and voted to immediately expel him from the organization. Over the weekend, Harvey was also expelled from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. The Motion Picture Arts and Sciences said, quote, "We do so not simply to separate ourselves from someone who does not merit the respect of his colleagues, but also to send a message that the era of willful ignorance and shameful complicity in sexual predatory behavior and workplace harassment in our industry is over. What's at issue here is a deeply troubling problem that has no place in our society," end quote. High-profile actresses Rose McGowan, Asia Argento, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Angelina Jolie are among the many that are accusing Weinstein of abuse and harassment. Not only is Weinstein facing turmoil in his professional life, but also in his personal life. A source close to Harvey Weinstein's estranged wife, Georgina Chapman, told Entertainment Tonight, "There is not a chance in hell she will ever take Harvey back. Never. Right now, Chapman's top priority is her kids, 7-year-old daughter, India, and 4-year-old son, Dashiell, which she had with Weinstein." Over the weekend, the hashtag #MeToo started trending on social media. Actress Alyssa Milano urged women on Twitter to tweet "Me Too" if they have been sexually harassed or assaulted. She says, quote, "If all women who have been sexually harassed or assaulted wrote "Me Too" as a status, we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem," end quote. As of 4 a.m. this morning, over 200,000 tweets on Twitter contained the hashtag #MeToo, and nearly approaching 80,000 on Facebook.
Jennifer Lopez, Alex Rodriguez, and Mark Anthony held a natural disaster relief concert called One Voice, Somos Live. All proceeds were donated to Puerto Rico, Florida, Texas, Mexico, and other places who suffered from the recent natural disasters. The star-studded event featured performances and appearances from over 60 actors and singers, including Selena Gomez, Gwen Stefani, Jamie Foxx, and Justin Timberlake. Jennifer and Mark originally began the event to support their home, Puerto Rico, but since raising over $20 million, they decided to distribute the donations to all the places that were affected by natural disasters. The telethon and concert was broadcasted live from Los Angeles and Miami on both Spanish and English broadcasting channels. Although the live event wasn't ended, donations for disaster relief are still being accepted. Those who wish to donate can go to www.somosOnevoice.com.
Ending on a happy note, congratulations to the 20-year-old former Disney star and current DNCE singer Joe Jonas, who just got engaged to 20-year-old Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner. The singer and his new fiancée announced the surprising news on their Instagrams last night with matching pictures. We wish them the best of luck. Nonprofit organization Advance on College hosted an event to prepare high school seniors for the college application process. Chanel Riggin has more on the story.
Former high school teacher Frank Lentz had a vision of helping students from underprivileged families in La Habra prepare for college.
In California, the dropout rate for Hispanic college students is 45%. That's unacceptable.
In 2002, he turned that vision into a reality and co-founded the nonprofit organization Advance on College. So far, Advance has awarded more than 155 scholarships to college-bound students, totaling more than $150,000. His mission continues with the next generation of students. Advance on College hosted the 13th annual La Habra Goes to College. Various colleges from across the state set up booths, allowing both students and parents to engage in informational Q&As with college representatives. Former Advanced Scholarship recipients took the stage to share their experiences of navigating through college, and an informational seminar was held to walk families through the entire college preparation process. For Frank Lentz, the timing of the event is everything.
The application period for both the FAFSA and for the UCs and Cal States begins October 1st, which is next week. So we want the parents and the kids to have this orientation today so they can come to our office and do the actual work of applying to college.
A helpful hand through a critical process. With college application season quickly approaching, Advance on College wants to ensure that all students of La Habra are fully prepared for this next chapter. For OC News, I'm Chanel Riggin. State Fullerton physics professor has claimed to have found her biggest discovery yet, a quote, gold mine for her future research. John Antonio has more.
Cal State Fullerton astrophysicist Jocelyn Reed has spent more than a decade investigating what a gravitational wave signal from a cosmic collision of neutron stars would reveal.
A pair of orbiting neutron stars had crashed together, sending gravitational wave signals to the two Advanced Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory LIGO detectors in the United States and the European Virgo detector. This marks the first cosmic event observed in both gravitational waves and light. As the neutron stars spiraled together and merged, they stretched and distorted the surrounding space-time, giving off energy in the form of gravitational waves. But unlike black hole mergers, neutron star mergers also produce light.
This is one of our colleagues at Sonoma State University, actually not so far away. An artist who works closely with the scientists made this impression. We have the neutron stars crashing together. This is sort of indicating the jet of gamma rays launched from the merger. Some material is flung out, and then you see this rippling effect of the gravitational waves coming out.
Now reporting live from Cal State Fullerton, this is John Antonio, sending it back to you guys.
Dumpsters on Parade was created to beautify the dumpsters in Huntington Beach. By turning trash into art, local artists painted and paraded their dumpsters art down Main Street before their art gets put to work across the city, in an effort to bring a little more color to the downtown area. Robert Pike has more with the story.
Huntington Beach, known for its amazing weather, its gorgeous beaches, and now, in an attempt to beautify the city, 30 local artists are adding beautiful dumpsters to the list. Dumpsters on Parade was created to change the way we think about trash. To help relieve the eyesore brought on by numerous dumpsters in the downtown area, local artists displayed their paintings on an unlikely canvas. Out of the hundreds of entries, 30 were selected to have their art displayed permanently across the city. Artists like Ahu Efrat and her Sunset Dumpster are bringing color and life to where you would least expect it.
I think that's just such a great idea to beautify Huntington Beach, and I think it will be very cool to say, hey, I painted that while walking by a dumpster.
Efrat, whose art studio doubles as her kitchen, says that this event not only gave her a chance to give back to the community, but also allowed her to try something new.
You know, I'm grateful for this event because I was kind of like a closet artist, and this one pushed me to get out of my shell and be out there. And I just love color, and thank you for this opportunity, and I love public arts.
The dumpsters were displayed along Main Street before replacing the ordinary dumpsters, and are coated with an anti-graffiti paint, allowing only the intended art to be displayed. Huntington Beach's Dumpsters on Parade proves that one person's trash is another's treasure. For OC News, I'm Robert Pike.
Coming up after the break, we bring you the latest information on the Kaepernick versus NFL lawsuit.
We also bring you the story of a young girl with a big heart and her four-legged friend.
Former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick filed a grievance lawsuit on Sunday against National Football League owners claiming collusion against all 32 teams. Kaepernick was the first player to sit and kneel during the national anthem during the 2016 NFL preseason and regular season. Kaepernick chose not to stand for the Star-Spangled Banner because of the police brutality and racial inequality in the United States. The free agent quarterback has remained unsigned since opting out of his contract this past offseason.
This grievance was filed 2 days before the NFL owners, players, and the players' union leaders are scheduled to meet at league headquarters in New York. The meeting will discuss the strategy going forward in terms of players protesting during the national anthem and how the NFL can support their players in the efforts to express their opinions on social issues. Kaepernick posted a statement on Twitter Sunday saying that his grievance was filed only after pursuing every possible avenue with all NFL teams and their executives. There were a lot of wins this weekend for our LA baseball and football teams. Reporter Laura Kinton has the breakdown.
The LA Dodgers gain another game lead for a total of 2-0 over the Chicago Cubs for the National League Divisional Series. They were tied in the fifth inning 1-1 for their second game, but came back in the ninth after Justin Turner, a CSUF alumni, hit the game-winning 3-run homer to finish the game 4-1. The Dodgers and Cubs will play Game 3 tomorrow at 6:01 p.m. in Chicago. For the American League, the Houston Astros are also 2-0 over the Yankees and play Game 3 today. The LA Rams won their fourth win this season with a score of 27-17 against the Jacksonville Jaguars yesterday. Last year, they only had a total of 4 wins the entire season, so this team is a great improvement from last. The LA Chargers also won their game last night, 17-16 against the Oakland Raiders. It was a close game, but they realized they couldn't just rely on their defense. Phillip Rivers and the offense came back in the fourth quarter, scoring 10 points to win their second straight game. Over the weekend, both of CSUF's soccer teams had games. The women's team ended in a draw in a double overtime. They played 110 minutes against UC Davis. Casey Hoover scored the first goal in the 37th minute, but UC Davis scored in the second half, and neither team scored in the overtimes. The men's team just fell short to UC Riverside, unfortunately losing 1-2. That's all I have for sports today. I'm Laura Quinton. Back to you at the desk.
It is not uncommon to hear stories of a child asking their parents for a puppy. However, a young girl in Anaheim Hills has a dog she plans to raise and give back to help those in need. Reporter Cassidy Jo Fortin brings us the story.
This is Hans. Good boy. Hans is a black lab puppy with a very important job. He's training to be a seeing eye dog. And this is his trainer, 15-year-old Galia Carey. Nice. Despite Galia's young age, Hans is actually the second puppy that she's trained to be a seeing eye dog.
Hans, let's go.
The two help each other in more ways than one.
Good boy.
Galia helps Hans reach his full potential by helping those in need, and Hans helps Galia get out of her shell.
Well, training guide dogs have helped me be more open to people and not as shy, and it's taught me lots of skills with animals, like how every dog is different. So, yeah, they've helped me through a lot.
It takes a special kind of person to take in a puppy and train them to become a seeing eye dog for someone else, and Galia's mother is beyond proud of her for this.
It's been an amazing experience for her. She's learned a lot about herself. We've learned a lot about her. I'm super proud of Galia and all that she's accomplishing.
With OC News, I'm Cassidy Jo Fullerton.
Nice.
Hi, Hans.
That's all we have for you today on OC News. Thank you for joining us.
You can be a part of the conversation by following all of our social media accounts at OC News CSUF. I'm Chanel Riggin.
And I'm Lucas Demogradician. See you back again next week.